Hello traders and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I am going to review one of the instant funded account we have in the industry that you have guarantee you are going to get paid when you trade with one of these accounts. We already know Fundingpips. Fundingpips is one of the most reputable fraud firm. It's the number one fraud firm as we speak right now, globally, and it processed over 120 something million dollars to traders within 2 years. And if you know Fundingpips, 2 to 3 years back, it is known for its transparency and trader friendly condition, because you will never encounter any sort of drama online whereby traders are trying to drag this palm over payout denial or over uh, other unpaid, situations. It never happened and it has zero record of payout denial. That means when you trade with Fundingpips, when you follow the plans, and the plans are trader-friendly plans, you are 100% guarantee of receiving your payout. So now let's dive into one of the most instant funded account in the industry that you have that assurance and guarantee you are going to get paid. So we already know Fundingpips started a couple of years ago, and as I mentioned, it processed more than $120 million to traders. And we know Fundingpips to offer two-step challenge, one-step challenge. And then later on, it introduced Fundingpips Pro, and then the Fundingpips Zero. When you click at this zero, it is the instant funded account I'm talking about, and it is the instant funded account I am going to review to you today. And if you want me to review the two-step challenge normal and the two-step flow, you can put that in the comment section and I will definitely do that for you. But for today, the purpose of today's video is to review the Fundingpips instant account, which they name it Zero. That means you don't have to undergo any challenge when you purchase this account. You start straight away from funded stage, and whatever money you make, you are going to receive up to 95% profit share from that money you make, and the payout is going to be bi-weekly. So here are some of the things you need to start knowing about this Fundingpips Zero. The profit target is, there is no target. You can make whatever amount. You can make 10%, 5%, 100% if you can. And for the maximum loss, you are you have 5% for the maximum loss. Anytime you lose 5%, then that is done. You breach the account. And this is fair compared to a lot of palms out there. Some even offer 3%, no need to mention them, while some offer 4%, while some offer up to 6%. But the difference here is Fundingpips offer you maximum loss of 5% and daily loss of 3%. So here is the difference. The daily loss is increased and the 5% maximum loss is the standard, okay? And then you have 7 minimum trading days, which we are going to explore later. And then you have consistency score, which we are going to understand all together later. And you have leverage. We all know what leverage is. 1:50 is your leverage. And you can see the price of 100K if you want to access 100K account is $499. And when you use my link, there is link in this video description, my discount link, you are going to get 5% off. So you are going to have some discount of $24 when you use my link to sign off. So that is for $499 for a 100K account. And let's check the price for 50K account, which is $299. You are also going to get discount when you use my link. And the price of 25K account is $199. That means when you pay $199, you are going to start from 100 stage. You have bypassed phase one and phase two. No need to go through that process. This is for those traders that do not have the patience, or that don't want to waste time trading phase one and phase two. So you can just go and start from the funded stage. And 10K account at the price of $99 only, you get 10K instant funded account, and 5K account instant, you get it for $69. So now, as I mentioned, let's explore the facts. The facts are the rules. We need to understand the rules because these are not all the rules. There are rules attached to each and every account at every given problem. So when we enter the facts section, you just type 0, and as you type 0, you click on search. So it is going to pop up this, and when you click, you are going to see all the information necessary. So let's go through this together. Okay, a month ago, this fact was updated, you can see, and it is instant account as I keep on mentioning. And once you purchase, you go directly to funded stage and you start trading. But there is consistency rule attached to that. And let's start from the consistency rule because it's the number one thing you need to understand. Okay. And the consistency rule says you must maintain a 15% consistency score in order to request a reward on your Fundingpips Zero Master account. That means now when you purchase this account and you start trading, you cannot just trade today and then next day you make profit, you request for payout. No, there is consistency score. And we are trying to understand this consistency score. Okay. When you remember a moment ago, we saw that there is minimum trading days of 7 days. So you need to fulfill that 7 minimum trading days. So here comes the consistency score. If this is the first time you are hearing anything about consistency, so let's dive into this together, okay? So it says you must maintain 15% consistency score and you must not exceed, this means your biggest winning day can't exceed 15% of your total pay. You can continue trading until you meet the 15% consistency score. So now, what does this mean? Consistency formula, here's the formula. They break down everything for you to understand, okay? And it says your biggest winning day plus your current total profit times 100%. Example, let's say you are trading a $10,000 account size, and during day one, that is one trading day, let's say on Monday, for instance, you happen to make 518 profit. Day two, you happen to make 497 profit. Day three, you happen to make 508. Day four, you happen to make 459. Day five, you happen to make 492. Okay. So you see, this day six, you happen to make 520. That is your biggest winning day among all these previous days, right? Day seven, you happen to make 506 profit. So you see, now you have completed your 7 minimum trading days. Then let's see if you are qualified for a payout, okay? Out of all these days, including losses to get your current total account, among these days, perhaps, yeah, we know there is a random distribution. You are not, expected to win every single day. So let's say there is combination of losses and wins, okay? This is, let's say your current total profit is, let's say, 3,000. Let's say these are the profits, cumulative profits is $3,500. So now you are going to calculate all these profits. These are the profit as you calculate. It will equal to $3,500. Now, the maximum profit you can earn in one day is 15% of your total profit. So in this example, the maximum allowable profit is 3,500. Then you do the math here, okay? Even though when you purchase this account on your dashboard, there is an automatic consistency score matrix that is measuring your consistency. So you can be able to see that from your dashboard after purchasing the account. But here is the math, because you need to understand the math, the formula, before you go into this account, okay? So $3,500, that is your cumulative profit from all these days. And remember, your biggest profit day is 520. So 3,500 times 0.15, okay, which is going to be 525. So now, the result of your consistency score, it says biggest winning day, right? Plus total account profit times 100%. Now, when you add the value to solve the consistency score, that is your 520 is your biggest profit day, right? then times your cumulative profit $3,500. Okay, and divide by 100, then you are going to have 14.86%. A 14.86% is approximately 15% mathematically, right? So now your score means you have successfully adhered to the 15% consistency score. Then this is like a congratulation for you if you happen to make the 15% consistency score. That means you are for sure going to receive your payout. Okay. So this is very, very important. So now you need to understand another thing. The daily loss limit, you see, this is the most comprehensive way for someone to understand this consistency score, to be frank. Even though I said during your let's say during your if you are trading this account and you happen to purchase an account, you are going to have dashboard that is counting your consistency score. And let me add something to you. I am trading an instant account in the moment, and I'll tell you something for free. How I approach an instant account is different from how you approach a two-step or one-step account because of that consistency. So you need to have a very strict and well-defined trading plan. Like my trading plan, trading an instant account with consistency, I risk one, I target two. That means anytime I risk one, I target two. Let's say I'm trading a 100K account. Anytime I risk $500, my target is going to be $1,000 constantly. If I'm taking a loss, I will take a loss of $500. While if I'm counting a profit, I will count a profit of $1,000. This is the easiest way for me to beat the consistency. So here is the formula, and you need to read this formula attentively to ensure you understand it before you go into any instant account. And for Fundingpips, this is the most transparent formula I have seen and the most comprehensive one that you get to know how this consistency work, and then you get to make your decision. So now there's something also you need to know, which is about account violation, hard breach. Hard breach, anytime you hit your daily loss limit or maximum loss limit, you are going to lose your account in every fraud firm, in whatever account model. So now the daily loss limit is 3% of the higher value between your started equity or your balance. An example, with a 150K balance, let's say you start a 100K account and you happen to make 5,000 and a 170K equity, your equity cannot fall below 100,000, 103,790 that day. So you see, if you lost this amount, that means you obviously lost around 3% of your equity balance in that very day. That means this is violation. You need to understand this. Very, very important. And let me tell you how to beat and how to overcome this. If you are trading an instant account, you are not expected to even risk 2% of your account, speak less of risking 3% of your account, except if you have been aggressive. And if you want to meet the consistency score, there is no way you can be risking 3% of your account and expect to make it to pay out. So now here's the deal. For you to benefit from instant funded account, don't risk anything like 1%. Risk below 1%, and you have, smartly bypass this daily loss limit. Then second example here is it. They give you the second example when you read it. And this is being reset at midnight EST server time. You will see that server time in your dashboard, as I mentioned when you purchase your account. So that is about daily loss limit. Now let's talk about maximum trading loss. The maximum trading loss of your account is 5%, okay, of your initial account size, and it moves with your high recorded equity because this is an instant account, and every instant funded account out there is having this trailing drawdown. That means your drawdown is following your equity. You need to understand this. And once the equity is in 5% profit, it will be locked in at your initial account size once the equity is in 5% profit. The trailing mechanism is based on the equity, which means that the limit will trail and adjust to the highest equity level reached by the account until 5% profit is reached. And you violating this is a hard breach, and it will lead to your account will be terminated. That is the normal rule everywhere in the industry. And the maximum trailing equity is 5%. Example is, let's say your account reaches the maximum equity of 102 and the maximum trailing loss is 5%. Your equity balance cannot fall below $97,000. So you see, you started with 100K and let's say you make 2%, that is $2,000. So now your equity has shifted from $95,000, it has shifted to 5% overall. That is 102. When you remove $5,000, it is going to give you 97. So a lot of traders don't get this right. It's like your equity is trailing you, just like tail is trailing you, is following you everywhere. If you make 10% on a 100K account, your balance is going to be 110. Then now your equity, your drawdown is going to be 105. Your equity is following you. This is very, very important for you to understand. So maximum risk limit, you are not expected to risk more than 1%. You are only expected to risk 1%, and you can see it here. So maximum risk limit from your account size, if your initial account size is 100K, your floating profit and loss can't drop below $99,000. Your profit, your floating profit and loss, it cannot go below, that is 1% account size. If your account size grows to 120, your floating profit and loss can't drop below 108. This is very, very important. The maximum risk limit is 1 to, which is 1% of this example, 120. Then the next thing you need to understand is minimum profitable days. You are required to have certain minimum of days that you are profitable within those days by the end of each 30 trading cycle. So if you trade an a put-up prop pim, then you will get to understand this. And if this is your first time trading an instant funded account, it means in your record within 30 days, there must be 7 days that you are profitable. At least there must be 7 days that you are profitable. And the period begins on the first day of your first trade. A profitable day will only be counted if profit for that day is at least 0.25%. And you need to make 0.25% of your equity. If you make 0.2 or 0.1% of your equity, it is not counted as profitable trading day. The 30-day period is either at the end of each cycle, that means payout cycle, or after a reward is processed. Failure to meet this requirement by the end of any 30 days will result in violation. So if you fail to make to at least meet 7 profitable days after every 30 days, then it is also a violation. You violate the account. And a trading account will be suspended for inactivity if you spend 30 days without being active with the account. And this is generally standard in the industry. Holding trade during news and over the weekend, you need to understand this. You are not allowed on Fundingpips to hold trade over the weekend. And during high impact news, speeches read olderfully, you are not also allowed to do that. A position cannot be held or open 10 minutes before and 10 minutes after high impact news event on the affected currency. You cannot do that. Very, very important. And then lastly, this is where the honey is when it comes to payout. The 15% score, you get paid every 2 weeks bi-weekly with up to 95%. This is the highest I have seen in the industry, because other prop firms, instant funded prop firms, they only pay 50%. But this, with Fundingpips, they pay up to 95%. And you receive it every 14 days calendar, 2 weeks after meeting the consistency score. And then you need to make 3% safety caution. The first profit generated on the master account cannot be requested as a reward. It serves as a safety caution to help prevent your account from breaching the 3% loss limit due to requesting a reward. So you need to understand this. Your first 3% profit, you cannot withdraw it. When you withdraw it, you have violated the account. So it will be served as a caution, as a buffer to prevent your account from reaching a, because if you make, let's say 100K account, you make 3,000. If you withdraw that first 3,000, it is going to be a violation because you have withdrawn your daily limit. So it is going to serve as a caution. You are going to leave it there, and then until you make another profit for you to be able to withdraw it, except if you want to withdraw the 3% and violate the account. Biggest loss cannot exceed biggest win. Your biggest loss on the account must not exceed your biggest win. Keep trading until your biggest loss no longer exceeds your biggest win. And then on-demand fair out, earn a hot seat on a on-demand reward with 100% reward split. This is on-demand fair out, and you can only reach this when you reach the hot seat. There is a certain percentage you need to make and certain duration, a certain amount of fair out you need to meet for you to be able to qualify for the hot seat. You can click on here when you are on the website and see all that. And then once you are there, you can always request your profit anytime you make that profit without meeting the objections of minimum or this payout cycle. On-demand payout is anytime you want it. So this is it about Fundingpips. And now tell me, with these rules, now your eyes are open. If you have planned on purchasing Fundingpips Zero account, now you are going to actually plan on how to trade this account in order for you to be able to reach the payout stage and for you to make money with this Fundingpips Zero. As I said, this is the best in the industry because it pays you up to 95% of the profit you generated, plus the conditions are trader friendly in as much as you read them and you happen to understand all these conditions. So tell me, do you want me to review the one step, all the rules of the one step and the rules of the two step? Put that in the comment section until we meet in the next video.